African parents provided for us, but many never really knew us. In many African homes, parenting was measured by survival. Did you eat? Are you in school? Do you have clothes? That was love. That was care. That was responsibility fulfilled. And to be fair, many of our parents gave everything they had. They fought poverty, humiliation, unstable economies, broken systems, extended family pressure, and personal sacrifices we may never fully understand. Many of them carried entire families on exhausted backs. They survived things that would emotionally crush most people today. But survival is not the same thing as emotional presence. A lot of African children were raised by parents who could provide physically but could not connect emotionally. Parents who knew how to feed a child but they don't know how to listen to one. Parents who could pay school fees but could not say, "Are you okay?" Parents who believed emotions were weakness, silence was maturity, and fear was respect. So many homes had food on the table but no emotional safety. You could eat well and still feel unloved. You could live well under the same roof and still feel invisible. Many African children grew up learning how to obey, not how to express themselves. You were not allowed to question adults. You were not allowed to explain yourself or feel deeply. If you cried, you were dramatic. If you defended yourself, you were disrespectful. If you struggled mentally, you were ungrateful or spiritually weak. Trauma was renamed training. Fear was renamed discipline. Silence was renamed respect. And because many parents themselves were never emotionally nurtured, they produced the only language they knew, which was control, intimidation, emotional distance, and harsh corrections. Some people grew up fearing their fathers more than loving them. Some mothers loved deeply but expressed it through anxiety, criticism, and some form of control, because softness was never modeled to them. Some children became experts at reading moods, footsteps, and tones of voice instead of learning peace. That's why many African adults today struggle with emotional intimacy. We know how to endure, but not always how to communicate. We know how to sacrifice, but not always how to heal. We know how to survive toxic environments, but not always how to leave them. Look closely at the society today. You see the evidence everywhere. You see grown men who cannot express vulnerability without feeling weak because they were raised to man up, because they never even understood their emotions. Men who were taught provision but never emotional intelligence. Men who think silence is strength because nobody ever taught them healthy communication. You see women carrying invisible emotional exhaustion. Women praised for being strong, while silently battling anxiety. People pleasing, hyper independence, fear of abandonment. That's what you notice today, because love in many homes was conditional on performance and obedience. You see adults who panic at confrontation because every disagreement growing up ended in shouting, threats, or punishments instead of conversation. You see people who struggle with self-worth because their childhood only celebrated achievements, never individuality. Straight A's were rewarded. Emotional needs were ignored. Some people today do not know how to rest without guilt because they were raised in survival mode. Some do not know how to receive love because affection always came with conditions. Some apologize for even existing because they were raised around constant criticism. Some confuse control for care because that was the only version of love they saw growing up. Now, can I tell you the most uncomfortable truth? Many parents genuinely loved their children, but love alone does not erase emotional damage, intent, and impact that was created back then. Your intention might be different from your impact. They're not always the same thing. A parent can sacrifice for you and still wound you. A parent can mean well and still traumatize you. A parent can provide materially and still leave emotional scars that follow you into adulthood. This truth is painful because African culture heavily protects parenthood from criticism. Many people are told to just be grateful anytime they speak about childhood pain. But honestly, truth and gratitude can exist together. I mean, you can appreciate your parents' sacrifices while also acknowledging the emotional gaps that they affected you. Because unhealed homes create wounded societies. That is why many people are silently drowning while looking functional outside. Successful careers, expensive clothes, social media smiles. But internally, many are still carrying frightened versions of themselves from childhood. The saddest part is this. Many African parents never had, the luxury of emotional awareness themselves. Nobody checked up on their feelings either. Many were raised through hardships, shame, violence, military-style parenting, religious fear, and emotional suppression. So they passed down survival techniques instead of emotional tools. Now this generation stands at a difficult crossroads. Do we continue the cycle because that's how we were raised? Or do we become emotionally healthier people, even if it feels unfamiliar? Because healing is not disrespect. Setting boundaries is not wickedness. Wanting emotional safety is not Western behavior. Communication is not rebellion. Therapy is not madness. Gentle parenting is not weakness. And children are not soldiers meant to survive homes. They are human beings meant to feel safe within them. The real tragedy is not that African parents lacked love. No. It's just that many lacked the emotional language to express it in healthy ways. And now an entire generation is trying to learn what love, vulnerability, communication, affection, accountability, and emotional safety should have looked like.